Okay, in just a minute I'm going to show a video. It's actually wasn't recorded on videotape, which I then copied to a DVD disc years and years ago. From 1989, there was a show in Seattle called Tracy Company, and I was on there live, but they also did a, what do you call it, a little video short from my house showing my workshop and my collection at that time, which was like only 650 robots instead of the 5,000 plus that I've got now. But the reason I'm holding this picture in front of the camera right now is that this robot here, at the beginning, fairly near the beginning of the video on Tracy and Company, you're going to see some mechanical walking feet, and that's what these feet were, showing how it worked. And it ended up being, as you can see, almost an 8-foot tall working TV robot that could walk. And then at the end of the Tracy and Company segment, live in studio, I was operating this robot, which I had named Como, but since the name Como also was the call letters for a competing TV station in Seattle, they decided to call the robot Penelope. So there you have that. Now the main thing that I'm showing about these two robots is the way that the legs and walking action work. There are motor-driven wheels inside the feet of these robots, and in the case of this one up near the top, there's a lever that goes from one side to the other with a pivot point in the middle. So if one leg is forward, the other leg would be forced back. And on this one, instead of using a lever, I used two gears on the axles that on the support legs. So one of the front legs, for example, on this side would be tied to that axle on that gear, and then the rear on the other side would be tied to its axle and its gear. So when one leg moves forward, the other leg moves back. Anyway, be watching for the two robots and the parts that are in there, and also how young I look in the segment from 1989. Let me see if I can get the DVD going here.
Of things that people like to collect: coins, stamps, baseball cards, the list goes on and on. But there's a man in Auburn who collects robots. That's right, robots. Watch this.
When he's not working his 9-to-5 job, you'll find John Reed tinkering in his shop alone.
Let's see what we got in here.
John has a wife, a daughter, and a dog.
We'll disassemble the head first.
Yeah, it's a robot dog, but it's still this man's best friend. Let's just say it's because he enjoys its company.
Well, there isn't much in here, is there? They say everybody should take their toys apart. This prototype, I probably spent...
So those are the walking legs for the TV robot picture I already showed you. Used relay logic.
Sure, now and then he has to take a break from the robots, but he never really gets that far away from them.
And so at last, mankind began the conquest and colonization of deep space.
One of his favorite movies is the 50s science fiction classic Forbidden Planet, starring, of course, Robbie the Robot.
A genuine privilege, Commander. Aye, aye, Skipper.
He's even made a 6-foot-tall replica of Robbie that's just part of his collection.
It's like someone collecting old furniture or something, except I prefer furniture doesn't do anything. This lights up, this talks, this moves. This is better, cheaper. Nice laugh.
He's been collecting robots seriously for the last 10 years.
This is the first robot I ever owned. It's a great robot.
Some are over 30 years old and worth literally thousands of dollars.
This one we thought it was safe to go outside.
But regardless of their value, all these characters have names. All 652 of them.
Oh, we've got Nando, an atomic robot, Marky the robot, dynamic fighter, Mercury, Mr. Electric and Sun. Meanwhile, back in Texas,
Here, robots are far more than machines that simply perform human tasks.
The puffed up smoke ring. I should get a fire engine robot to go with it to put out the smoke. I like it. I like the pistons. I like the smoke. I like it. This is great. Not so great that I'm going to sit here and read any more of it, though.
And they have a friend in John Rigg, who's never alone and never grew up.
It's more fun to stay a kid than be an adult.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome John Rigg's friend, Penelope. Hi, Penelope. How are you?
Feeling so excited, right? I'm just dying to meet you.
Listen, Penelope, will you take us to break? Yeah, right back in.
More Tracy Company, so don't go away.
Perfect ice.